Hello beauties and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Crystal and for today I am showing you guys how to do this pastel Pride Month makeup look. So if you want to know how I got this look done, please keep watching. So I've pre-primed my lids with the new Azalia Beverly Hills primer because for some reason it's like shooting out like a dude. But yeah, like as soon as I opened it, it started kind of like bursting out, so I just grabbed a whole bunch and then closed it and applied it. So anyways, I've applied this and I've put my tape. So now with my M431, I am taking these two purple shades from the Morphe 35B palette, and I know it's no longer available, but it's the only purples, well, like kind of like bright lilacs that I had, and I'm just dipping into both of them and applying it in circular motions. And I'm only applying it to this bottom half and this upper portion. I just feel like what's the point of doing the entire thing if I'm gonna cut that center part out anyways. With my e.l.f. contour brush, I am dipping into the colors I'm Cold and Blue Blood from the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. Jesus, Blue Blood palette. That is hard as hell to say. So I am applying it right here next to the lilac, and I'm not going to worry too much about blending it yet. I just want to lay down the foundation of it first. So now I'm going back in with the brush that we use for the color purple, and I picked up a little bit more of the brush and I'm brushing it outward towards the blue. Now back with the e.l.f. contour brush for the blue, I am gonna go over it again. And I feel like when it's gradient colors like this that you're trying to achieve, you have to just take your time with it and use different brushes, because you don't want to use the same brush for two colors and then you're just gonna make a big old mess. So now taking my M456, I've dipped it into the James Charles palette in the color Social Blade and into the Blue Blood palette into Mint Tea. Listen, I know these two divas don't get along anymore, but I already paid for the James Charles palette and I'm not throwing that money away. He already got my money. Doesn't matter whose side I'm on, the palette is great, so I'm gonna keep using it. Tea. And so you're applying that same techniques into every single color that you use. Since I am doing a more pastel rainbow, I am gonna keep going back into the other colors little by little, just because I don't want to do it too pigmented and then it's just rainbow. It's not pastel rainbow. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So now with my M456, I am dipping into the color Quench from the Thirsty palette from Jeffree Star, and I'm applying it right outside of the green. Now with an M433, I am dipping into the color Bitch, and I'm applying it right on the outer part. The reason why I'm doing this color first instead of going on with the color that's gonna go between the yellow and Bitch is because I want to make sure I get this color on there. It's just how I like to do it. Now with a different M456, I am going into the orange shade in the James Charles palette called 518, in between the yellow and the peachy pink shade. Back with the M433, the one that I used for the pink, I am just kind of blending that inwards now. So now it's time to go back into every single color, blend it out more, and add a little bit more if I want to, which I kind of do, I always do. And you don't want to go like this. you want to pick a side to build it up towards. So for me, what I do is I kind of eyeball it. If I feel like, for example, here I feel that the green is a little too much and there's not enough yellow, I will start to blend it towards the green, from the yellow towards the green. I hope that makes sense. Alright beauties, I feel pretty content with what I have right now. So alright, so now I'm gonna cut that inner crease. I don't know, is it like a floating crease? Well, anyways, I'm gonna cut that crease with my Tarte Shape Tape. So what I like to do is I like to grab a little bit and dab, well, a lot of it, but in this case, just a little. So first what I did was with my Azalia Cosmetics flat brush, I dipped into it. And since I like to use the technique where I put it here at the bottom and then look up, I figured I can't do that. So what I did is I stuck it as near as that line, kind of like liner line that I created. So here, let me show you what I mean. Right there. Looked up and I was like, oh, okay, that's not enough, so I'm gonna go a little higher than that, but at least I can use that as my marker. And I wanted to wing it, so I made sure that I went up a little bit, like that. And I know it looks kind of sloppy, but don't worry, we're gonna fix it. So now I'm gonna use this smaller brush. It is from the Maroon Paradise makeup palette, so I like it because it's tiny. I'm picking up a little bit more of that concealer and now I'm going to clean it up. Okay, so now that that is done, I know this bottom line looks kind of wonky, that's a funny word, wonky, but we'll fix it after. So I'm going to take the color Divine from the Thirsty palette with an M124 brush, but I am going to spray it with setting mist first to make it wet, and then I'm gonna dip it into that divine color because it is divine, and carefully apply it. Okay, so now that we applied that, I am going to take this BH Cosmetics brush, and it's just a flat little brush, I don't know if you can see, and I'm gonna take the colors that I need just to clean it up right there. Okay, so now that that's done, I am going to take the color Cullen from the Blue Blood palette and just go underneath my brow and in the inner corner. Actually, I'm going to wait on the inner corner part just because I want to do my foundation first. Alright beauties, so now that that is done, it is time for foundation and I'll be right back. Okay beauties, so I am back. And now we are going to finish the other eye. So while my lash glue dries on my lashes, I will curl my natural ones. And here comes the moco. And now I'm just going to put some Kush mascara from Milk Makeup. I feel like putting on falsies is really hard to do on camera, but let's try it out. So for today's lashes, I'm actually using the House of Lashes in Pixie Looks. Pixie Looks, I think? Pixie Looks. Como se diga? So I had the hardest time with this lash and I realized that it's because I didn't cut it enough. So make sure you cut your lashes. So now using all the same colors that we did up here, I'm going to do the same on the lower lash line. I don't know about you guys, but I always have to like open my mouth when I do this. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm sorry if I crouch down too much. I just like to get really close to the mirror. Alright beauties, so that is it for today's look. Please give it a thumbs up and let me know what else you want to see in the comments down below.